Greetings, young vampire. I have to say, a group of yours, of kindreds of the West, came by recently. They were most insistent on finding out about you. Their questions were quite pointed and, dare I say, rude. But I don't think you need to worry about that anymore, and I encourage you to dismiss them permanently from your thoughts, as totally as they have been dismissed from mine. For today, we're going to talk about a most interesting Dharma, the Thrashing Dragons, the adepts of Yang, the passionate, active energy of life itself. Now, a typical Thrashing Dragon will have started life, mortal life, in a very repressed form. Don't know, a woman in a rural village, an excessive religious upbringing, and on that note, yes, I do not thank your kind for Christianity and its excesses, but very repressed order, obedient life, and then when they come back as an undead monstrosity, snaps completely. A lifetime of repression, liberated in a few wild instincts. It is something to behold, and something I have beheld time and time again. There is such joy. So what does this mean? They feed on Yang, their aspect to Yang. They let the meaning of Yang suffuse them. They are active. They feel alive as they possibly could be. All Kuei-Jin can do it to some extent. Just call upon the Yang within them and have it rise within them, feel their passions, but the Thrashing Dragons feel this at every second of every day as they screw and fight their way to enlightenment. Oh yes, they are wild. That is their calling. They throw themselves into the mortal worlds as into a party that will never end, where the drinks will never end, where the friends will never grow stale. Because as soon as one friend does grow stale, you toss him out. As soon as a lover grows stale, you toss them out and you get new ones. And as soon as experiences grow stale, you toss them out and find new ones. So what are they trying to achieve in this? Well, for a lot of them, not much, just wild riot of passions that'll leave them empty and empty and empty inside. But the wiser ones, they know that the world is an illusion, and they seek to prove it to themselves by seeing through the illusion, by showing themselves that it is an illusion, by indulging in every whim and every detail of this wonderful illusion. And they too feel the emptiness within them, the pointlessness, the mask. And then, once they feel that, just, if they are lucky, just at one point, they will step further. And they will have realized that behind the illusion, behind the emptiness, there is another purpose. A purpose they'll never quite recapture again, but they will throw themselves wildly into life again and build on experiences again and again. This will feed the growing emptiness within them, and then will come the moment where again they are so empty and so hating themselves and so full of passion that another spark of wisdom will light within them. Now, the Thrashing Dragons are by no means the most common of Dharmas, but they are by far the most visible. The tiger demons might be more violent, but they have to control it if they don't want to be extinguished immediately, whereas you can always find someone more to screw, something more to drink, someone else to give birth to. Oh yes, because the suffusing of Yang, they generally can and do give birth. I've heard that certain kindred of the West are capable of doing that as well. Have you? Well, point to investigate one of these nights. I should make a note of it. But anyway, but the Thrashing Dragons, as strongly aspect to yang as they mostly are, they can. It is easier, of course, for the males, but there's less to be gained, less wisdom. But for the females, oh yes, they can bear a child. They feed it and themselves with yang energy for the whole of the pregnancy, and then the miracle, the pain, they actually spring a new life into this world. A half Kuei-Jin, half mortal being that can walk in the sunlight. It's, well, as far as I can tell, they're basically human, but their proud parents always say they have hidden gifts and blood passion and whatever. They don't feed off the chi of the universe, they look human enough to me. And then, so think of the enlightenment that you gain as an undead through first wax of passion and love, and then giving birth to a new life. And then most especially, watching it die, because they die. Those children, they're so easy, so fragile, so prone to accidents or other. I've known many, one woman particularly, who went through all the phases there, and she gained such an exquisite moment of enlightenment while crying over the body of her broken child. I have to admit, in that circumstance, I kind of helped things along and snapped the child's neck myself. If I hadn't, they would have drifted apart just naturally, because yang aspected Kuei-Jin, they don't do consistency, they don't stay long. They would have just drifted apart, but now, in a moment of love, this moment of death, it was so perfect for her. She progressed mightily on her dharmic road there, and she thanked me afterwards when she was done. But anyway, those are the Thrashing Dragons, the fuckers of the Kuei-Jin world. I have to say, their most attractive attribute is how much they annoy the pompous cranes. Yes, who have to admit that for all their airs and all their perfection, that yes, you can fuck and fight yourself to enlightenment. Anyway, I am feeling quite alive after this conversation. I think I'll go and do something with that. Until next time, my friend, until next time.